I would say are the principles and the culture and the attitudes that they took out of the religious overpouring that took place there. Please remember that those European countries gave us Martin Luther. They went through an age of reformation. One of the major dispensations in the growth of the Christian church was founded and nurtured and bred in those cultures, the cultures of Europe. And they now have in their DNA some things that they no longer attribute or talk about religion. They are considered post-religion because they went through it, post-Christian, as Pastor is correcting me. They went through it and they have kept the good parts. Now, earlier Pastor said, do not be deceived. God is not mocked, meaning to say, do not take the things that are sacred and attribute them to some other source and carry on and behave as if there is no God. So I hear you that some people are at a different level of passion and at different stage. And I know that you are free to feel as you do, that too much of it maybe is distracting.
I like what you say, but listen.
Yes.
We don't need to reinvent the wheel, you know. We need to look at what those countries went through.
But guess what happened, my brother?
And instead of we getting so caught up in this religious thing, let us look around and see what others have done, what religion has done to others, and what others has done because of religion. And go for a different path.
May I put a question to you?
Yes, please.
Can you enjoy or even appreciate the value of a thing unless you pay the price?
Yeah, man.
Really?
You hope you
can't tell me how you do that.
Explain to how you do that.
You gotta teach us. You gotta teach us.
You get it by osmosis. You get it by osmosis.
Let me go on to the main point that I want to talk about this morning.
Yes.
The price, what the government is proposing to do
with chicken,
with the importation of
chicken.
Yes.
I want the government to remind it of what they did with milk in this country now.
Yeah.
Remember what one time we had a very vibrant
dairy industry.
You know, with small farmers. A lot of small farmers used to send them to go to university with this milk thing, you know. With sending milk to condensed and all that thing. And what the government did at the time was to get the cheap milk that they could get from the buy on the world market. And kill out a lot of those people, you know. So if they're not careful now with this chicken price, they say they're going to get cheap chicken from abroad. We might very well do the same thing to our small farmers that are rearing chicken. What I think the government should do is to find a way to subsidize the price of chicken. Because it's going to cost us more. It's going to cost us anyway to import chicken. You know, it's going to put a burden on our foreign exchange. That is the valuation of the dollar. It's going to cost us to that our debt is going to raise more every time the dollar devalues by a certain percentage, our debt increases. They're going to cost us more. But I want the government consider carefully what they're doing about this importation of this so-called cheap chicken. I will not guarantee that when the chicken come here, the cheapness will be passed on to the consumer.
True.
But here, you have made some excellent points there, and always a well-placed subsidy answers a lot of problems, because those who can afford it and are not murmuring, they are not the ones we worry about. We worry about persons who cannot afford proper nutrition and are hit with high prices, and a well-placed subsidy is the clear answer. But I think it also puts a great pressure on we call them the princes of the land, but the business leaders who are who are benefiting from the high pricing. Let's call it that for the time being. It puts a burden on them to be more giving, if I could put it that way, and to have prices at a place where people can survive. If not, it's always going to create the opportunity for somebody to say, I can find it cheaper somewhere else and bring it, and then imports overwhelm us and the demand for foreign exchange give us another kick. It's a balancing act, and if they are transparent and honest in their dealings, they can get it done.
But it's just told us that we can rely on our business class to do that, you know.
Me know, my brother. That's why me said to Percy. That's why I said, listen, me raise 2 chicken. My brother raised chicken. And I buy from him, and there are people in my mom's neighborhood who raise chicken, and I buy from them, and they struggle with the cost of the baby chicks and the feed, and they are looking for different ways to do things, because the same people who keep the prices high have a lock on the feed and the chicks, and those are things happening right here, nothing to do with CET and some of the other
because one of the problem, you know, we had 14 sugar factory in this country at one time, and all of those, most of those sugar factories closed down. Maybe
why they closed down?
All right. What about those sugar land that we used to grow cane? We could use some of those land to grow corn, you know, and other things
to feed. But
what is happening? What's happening? The manufacturers of the feed now, they can get the corn cheaper because we probably can't grow the corn as economically as cheap as
economies
that's larger countries.
And corn price has gone up on the world market by 50-60%.
Right.
So you have to think about it.
So if we could grow even 5% of the corn that because the land is there now, we have water there and everything. That's why we can go.
My brother, that's where my heart is. I'm saying to people, let them dukes it out and fight over what they're fighting over.
We need to come together, man, and think about seriously what we're doing. And we want a much easy solution to our problem. All those countries that big and rich now, they never just come up with an easy solution.
No, they didn't. That's why I said to you, they pay a price. They pay a price for it, and you're right about the easy solution. We don't want to pay the price for the. Anyway, we're gonna pay the price.
We don't need to pay that price. Listen, man, them pay some of them prices already now. We don't need to have to pay some of those prices. Some of those sacrifices.
Different, yeah, man. A different sacrifice, but a sacrifice nonetheless. You're right about coming together, and I know we are a part of it. So thank you for your contribution this morning.
Before I leave, can I repeat the next number beside this number, but a bit slowly more.
876.
The kind of slow, like, you know.
876-619-1508.
No,
WhatsApp
one. The next one.
279 8473.
Yeah, okay.
All right, then.
All right.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Good morning. Greetings.
Good morning,
you're just calling out to you.
I heard, but that's not the reason why I called, because I heard my name.
It don't matter. We're just glad to hear it from you.
Yeah, I just have a few points that I'd like to make, and I'd like to give a reminder. Some months ago, I had a vision that I must come and tell everybody who plants, wherever the district that they are in, that wherever they are or whatever they planting, keep planting. Mm-hmm. Because when push comes to shove, if you're a person and you cultivate just sweet pepper and hot pepper and let it stay, for instance, and you have nothing else, you can then trade with the next man.
Yes, ma'am.
Who does planting and banana and what have you. You know, you go to a next person, they do. Yes. So a lot of bartering is going to come back into the field.
Absolutely.
And I've been saying it for years.
Absolutely. And it means, too, that community relationships will strengthen because we're weak in that area. And when communities have stronger relationships embedded in their life cycles, then crime and violence, too, will take a hit. Because when you're working and participating in life together, you're less likely to become violent and angry with each other. Rachel, I had the same awakening of the spirit.
Yes. There won't be any hostility if we know each other properly.
Yeah.
Understand.
Even in small arguments, you just trash it and forget about it. Even if you walk away,
right? You
won't be having that deep. And I just like to say to a brethren I hear saying that it's the devil that's in the movies, not the people. And it's what some of the people, and let me say again, some of those in the society is dealing with that cause all this. Every couple of months, you see these other people, and I'm going to say it as how it is, on the TV, advertising.
Oh.
And the more they turn up, the more murders. Mark my words. I've been here and I've been watching, right? And it seems as if those who get these bad feelings of doing awful things get a surety from these people that they are protected.
Yes.
And nobody won't find out, and they think they're high and strong when they get away with one murder. Don't know that they're bringing coals of fire upon their heads. Because the more people that they go around and destroy their lives, the more tears are on their shoulder from parents, children, family members. They don't even know what they're doing, some of them.
Rachel, we're going to have a full discussion on that topic because just as how what happened in Montego Bay with the Pathway Church was a perversion of the great desire for faith and connection to God that people have, so too those who are resorting to the Obia man and the different sources of dark power
looking for power.
Yes, but it is the flip side of faith. Because you are reaching into the supernatural, into the spiritual realm to pull out something that favors you. And many times one man's treasure is another man's garbage, and one man's favor is another man's curse. You always have that duality walking with us. We'll talk about it more fully. If you can stay online, it's time for us to take a break. If not,
yes, I will do. I will.
You will stay?
Yes.
All right, great.
Because I've got something to say.
All right, my dear, stay. Bye.
We'll be right back.
For a better choice in all your electrical supplies, A, authorized 3M dealer and better brand names. B, better service including free island-wide delivery. C, all major credit and debit cards accepted. It's ABC Electrical Sales. Shop number 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10. Open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We make your electrical jobs as easy as ABC. Call 754-3825-8 or fax 754-3659. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice.
The station that makes you feel good.
I love the station. I think it's great.
My station.
Moving.
My station.
Moving. Keep it right here. Keep it right here.
Bess FM. Keep listening.
Vijam Printers for all your printing needs. We specialize in calendars, flyers, brochures, and more. Call us today at 968-7506. That's 968-7506. Or visit us at 4 East Bloomsbury Road, off Hagley Park Road. Vijam Printers, your best choice in printing.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Come back, Rachel. Can you make your point quick? We have another call online.
Okay, yes. So I'm saying the way your atmosphere, wherever you live, if it's quiet, you have a peaceful persona. If it's full of noise and disagreement and hurriness and all the stinking smell, and I will say that, and the garbage and everything, how can you concentrate? How can you even have a good state of mind? So a clean heart comes with the atmosphere that you're living in, your meditation and everything else.
True.
So what these people ought to be doing is doing their job as counselors and mayors and all the politicians who take upon themselves to be over other people. That the right thing that they must do is provide decent environment.
True.
A minister of health should be somebody who talk about food provision, the cleanliness of your cities, your hospital, your hotels, so your surroundings. Food provision in the shop, is it safe? Is it out of date? Is it got the real ingredients for mankind consumption, that kind of thing. And a proper health minister, who should be a doctor, should also be telling you if he's got any conscience. Build your immune system, take care of your body, look after your diet, think about what you eat, not go take vaccine. It's okay if you get paid to do that, and people want to hear that, but it's not everybody want to hear that, because some people are believe that they're created by Almighty, and He's the protector of all faith. He protects you even when you do wrong, let alone when you look after your body.
Okay.
So we are to teach our children from now to look after their body. Plant some pepper seeds, whatever seeds you have, put it in a flower pot. Learn to know how the earth gives to you, and then you give back. And for those people who burn their ground, the Bible tells you to till the soil, turn it over, so you can have all the good nutrients to plant your food. It's not rocket science. If you burn down the field, you're not going to get the same crop you had like before.
All right,
Rachel. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for that important point.
Yes.
A holistic approach.
All right. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Morning again.
Good morning again.
The country there now where 100 persons are dead for the year, or probably not even 50. No religion are dead there, Christian are dead there.
Yeah, man,
Muslims are dead there.
Yes, they are.
So, if they are preaching and praying in the name of Jesus, no one will feel offended. If you come together, you have to make up a mind to live together. Rasta, Christian, Muslim, atheist.
Yeah, but my brother, together. I think that caller has repeatedly expressed concern that we are saying but not doing.
And that is the concern that he has, that there's so much talk. Not just with us, because you know that he's a family member. He calls us, he shares with us with regularity. But a number of places talk. They have prayer breakfasts. They have crying on the podium or the pulpit, and still the nation is very violent. Yeah.
So
we can't change it.
We have to come together.
Yes,
come together,
absolutely.
Come together,
Right.
We say pull the resources together.
Yes.
We don't have to be a slogan. Come together.
But we never
come
actually.
Together.
Or we don't find each other. We don't have no way.
Resources together.
Yes,
build
sir.
our own business. All right. Me's a working man. Me a hustler. Me no want to work. But any little thing me make, me can put it as an investment
into something else.
Come together,
yes, that can bear fruit.
So that who not have no work can get a work.
Yes. Well, you've been always care about. You've been clear about that.
We build school because we need schooling.
Yeah.
So come together by itself and talking. We ready in a long time. Me go to my number, me not see nobody call me.
Really?
And probably if me not phone number, would I call but probably show me the least amongst the pack. Me love stay back and
no, man, I have
give me view and willing to move next to make.
I have your number.
Understand me? Because we come together again. Group on Bess FM. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Kingdom greetings. Minett.
Kingdom greetings to you too, my brother.
Yes. There is a man who mix up righteousness and religion and Christianity together.
Yes, that happens frequently.
I would like him to understand that righteousness is pure and righteous. Righteousness is from the beginning. Righteousness is not Christianity. Righteousness is not religion. Righteousness is the will of God. And there is no answer.
But, Branch, that man and you are saying similar things, That man, you you cry out constantly that you have brought a message. The people have forgotten God, they have forgotten righteousness. They are not living in accordance with the precepts. And that man is saying the people are only talking about the precepts, they are not living. It is better they start living than they keep talking, because they're talking and not accomplishing. So in a strange way, you are both on the same path. I don't think he's confused about the difference in the various things. But he is right that we have a very violent society, and a society that talks a lot about God, whether it's religion, righteousness, or love, or Christianity. We do talk a lot about the things of God, and yet our communities are not showing the love of God or the righteousness of God. Thanks very much for calling back on that point. I gotta take another call now. Good morning and welcome to the Morning Connection. Good morning.
Yes, miss. Good morning, miss.
Yes.
Good morning.
Morning.
Righteousness.
Yeah, righteousness over miss. Godliness. So, I'm Pastor. Good morning, Pastor, everyone.
Morning.
Let me tell you something. I'm not going to fear nothing. So, we don't come no fear. You see, miss?
Yes.
Like when you talk, you cannot take excuse to some people, but if you make them express themselves and talk to themselves, sometimes I hear them part of the program too. Some people just don't want to hear nothing about the Almighty and the Most High. Some people say, man and God, they don't have to. There's no way nice time for God live. And God is the Most High. So I say, you think I'm playing after they can go higher than the Most High. Miss, let me tell you, so God give me a message.
You're going to
sometimes
speak
I know that more more than like we talk, together and everything, if you have a dialogue, but sometimes I just want to express it. Because if it's some of them voice, me know them, me hear them voice over, they don't believe in God. So if excuse and I say, if you way I say them say, I know that they mean.
Okay.
You know why you about no God.
All right.
It's a God no day. Because we have hand. But remember, Pastor, as I read, blessed is the nation who God is the Lord, and who put them trust in God. I mean, you see, as I say, you see Psalm 33:12, yesterday I read it, and Jeremiah 17 verse 7, you see, it was a blessed is the man that trusted in the Lord, whose hope is in the Lord. So, as we say, when righteousness increase, evil decrease. So, them now you don't know what for righteousness. I want to do religion. Because them are mix up things. Religion and them think that division. God is one. Jesus never come and preach religion. So when we love Adventists, we love Pentecostal, if you are Muslim, we love you. We know we are talking about righteousness in every nation, every man, even people who don't go to church, righteousness is to them. Because if you know things not right, you see a lady at work and you want to go draw and rape her. That is not right. So that is not righteousness. If I work for you, I'm to get the money even though I don't go to church. If you pay me the money when you say you pay me, but you shall pay me after done. They talk as war. So righteousness is not just about in church. It's righteousness with everyone. But the most ultimate thing in righteousness is to the Most High, who is soul saved. So we not live alone in flesh. Because we have feed the flesh, but we not feed the spirit. That's why man shall not live by just food alone, but by the words of God. Not bread alone. So Luke 4 verse 4 and Matthew 4 verse 4.
Righteousness.
Some people have feed themselves with just food. You have to feed yourself with brain.
Let me ask you a question, my brother. Let me ask you a question before we leave the call.
Yes.
Do you believe that you are the only one to whom God gives a message?
No. That's how we have to train with each other.
Yes.
But some people are going other way.
So when someone is speaking, expressing their ideas or giving it just the same way that you want your thoughts to be respected as words that are coming to you.
I know my thoughts still in me.
All right.
It doesn't word me get to deliver now. Because that is it. Some people are going to drag different ways. There's a tag and war are going right now, even in that spirituality. Because some people are tag and, but you know, see me not coming out tag and war. It's not me alone. So you shouldn't even ask me that question because I know me alone as righteousness.
Okay, all right.
Just about 2 to 3 colors before me talk about righteousness. So we could never think it's me alone, miss.
All right, you hear that, I understand.
I'm not saying you think it's you alone, my brother.
Yes, you shouldn't even ask me that question.
No,
man, that's all right. Remember, it's dialogue we're having, We're having dialogue.
Yeah, man, righteousness.
Yeah, but that's not
all right.
That's not the question I asked you still, I know what your message is. I'm just saying to you that when others of us speak...
Love me.
All right, righteousness.
All right, then.
I take the other call. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Morning. How are you doing?
I am well, thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, man. Well, I never got to see Parliament yesterday, but the Minister of Finance was supposed to bring additional supplement to the budget yesterday. I don't know if it happened.
I don't see it reported on.
Because somebody, it was $89 billion to be added to the present budget. And a good friend of mine says, you know when they do that? Government have no money.
Yes, the government broke.
But I think it was it last week or the week before there was a supplement to the budget.
Yeah, so this is a supplement to the supplemental.
Yeah. And I'm saying that there's something wrong with that process when you have to do it like that, you know.
Well, yes, you're right. It is a sign that you're not in control. Events are pushing you. You're not in control of timing.
And I'm recognizing that this finance minister, every year he has 1 or 2 supplements or even more.
Yes.
That he continues to add to the budget. And I'm always questioning what happened to the planning aspect of the Ministry of Finance and Planning. Because the planning aspect is supposed to deal with these things.
And although, so you're saying, though these are unusual days, pandemic and all, it's not so unusual that you can plan and be in a better state of preparedness.
I expect every year that the minister comes with a budget that by December there will be a supplement.
Right.
Because he has always done it.
But a supplement after the supplement within a matter of 2 weeks is pushing it.
A matter of days is really alarming and cause for concern really and truly.
Yes, and
even though it's unusual times, you know that you're trying to shrink the economy. So therefore, collections and so forth are going to take a dip. So you have to plan for all of that, and you know this beforehand. So I can't understand why is it that we need to have so many supplements added, and the financial year is almost up, it's almost done.
Yeah, because it's March, yeah. No, they've been normally presenting their budget, the new budget in February.
Must be preparing the new budget.
And again, I think the last supplement had a big amount given to Water Commission because Water Commission couldn't pay their bills.
To local banks, I think. They had government guaranteed.
Well, there's a very big loan that they took from the central bank up by Trafalgar Road.
I like how you put it, the central bank. All right, sir. And the central bank is the central bank have a whole new set of fees now to
Corey must behave yourself, you know.
This is the finance minister's philosophy at work, you know, because the finance minister's philosophy is that the market should determine price.
True.
But this is the finance minister's philosophy at work 100%.
Okay.
Because then the consumer has nobody to defend them.
Yeah.
And also I saw the DLP put out a circular, you know, that they don't agree with the increase in banking fees,
the bank
and that
fees,
the government should do something about it.
That was ironic and interesting.
It always alarmed me, you know. I mean, in the election, the leader of the JLP and the Prime Minister said that there should be no more motorcades because of the corona strike. But by the evening, the leader of the JLP was out there on a motorcade.
When?
In the election.
Oh, okay. Yes. I see. You're making some connections in terms of integrity.
Yeah, and again, with the JLP saying that, boy, they agree with it tracks the bill now. But the government don't.
Yes. So they're really interesting developments.
Or it's politicking. That's what it is. That's what it is.
We have to be careful not to be caught in the crossfire.
Yeah, but I mean, it is really alarming to see the banks coming out at this time with this. I mean, I think the Prime Minister is playing to keep Duncan's tune. But I really don't think it's keep Duncan playing to the Prime Minister's tune.
Oh, it's not. That's not usually the direction in which the dance goes. But thank you, Corey, for the assessment. We have another call to take. So. You too, my brother. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Yeah. Just want to clarify some little points here, because I know it's me that man attack it.
No, he's not attacking. Him giving a counterpoint. Why are we using such war language?
No. Listen what I'm saying, please.
Yes.
with due respect,
he was attacking you and me.
He was saying that a lot of us don't believe in religion and they believe in God and all that type of thing. It appears to me that we are using religion to distract us from the main thing that we're supposed. We want to hear more chorus on this program, you know. And I don't know if it's what you can. It's a design or something is at play right now to distract us from what we're supposed to be dealing with and make us fight against each other with religion. Malcolm X said that, you know. Malcolm X said we must keep our religion in the closet, man. Because when we go, if we go deal with our things, and if we start to talk about religion, we're going to divide with one another. Too much division are going to take place. You know, so much church we have. You know, so much everybody has this. So much churches we have in this country. And we're so divided and so violent and all that type of thing.
Well, I wish you could have resisted the urge to call, but I do understand why you called. I'm not distracted by it in the least bit, and I know the message that I carry. He has his message, I have mine. Mine is not to allow disputes over minor things to become a distraction and pull us away from the work that we need to do. That is my message. So when I listen to you, I hear the heart of what you're saying, and I understand what it is that you're saying. And my job is to make sure that it is understood in the best light. And I do it for every caller, because everybody who calls has a concern about the future of the country, the state of the country, the condition of poor people, what it is that we need to do to see true righteous living and to see us prosper. That is what everybody have a concern about.
That's what I want to hear.
And that's what I look for.
And I like for you to summarize or you really can summarize and sum up some of the arguments still, you know.
Yeah,
you know?
but
the press of fresh air.
But what I want to say to you.
Still, but to me, I don't think you're reaching some of the people, because they still have it in their mind that when a man like me call, it's because me not believe in God when me attack with me attack them. And I can tell them that they not believe in God more than me, because me believe in God more than them. Me can tell a man that me believe in the supreme God.
Okay. But
I believe in there's a supreme God, you know.
Well, now that you have said it, I think righteousness, who's still listening, is a listener to this program. He can be comforted in his mind that you are not the Antichrist coming to mess up the work that we are doing. And we gotta find a way. You're right. We find a way to get past that preoccupation with what people believe and who they are and so on. There's work to be done, and all hands are welcome. And sometimes it's while you're doing the work that your perception of things change.
Yeah. And
one point before I leave. When I was talking about the chicken,
yes,
and the price of chicken.
Yes.
Now, you see what is happening, you know. The people that who sell the chicken is them that sell the feed same way, you know.
Yes, me know.
It is
so we have to find a way. We have to find a way to break that monopoly.
But I must say something to you though. I understand, because when it is integrated, you can better control your costs. It's just an aspect of business, and a lot of people do integration. Different companies, you do that, but it's a part of the same company.
And that's where regulation comes in, Percival.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that if you don't move towards monopoly and you're controlling price. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
I can just give an example. During the war, you know, we had in America, they had one aluminum company, you know, which was Alcoa. Mm-hmm. And you know, the United States government split up, make certain that they find some, pass some line carriers. That's how you get Alcan, Reynolds, and all the rest of backside companies, you know.
Well, they did the same thing with AT&T in telecommunications.
Right.
So you get too big.
So it is difficult when you have one company. They supply the baby chick, they supply all the
feed,
the input in the
chicken,
and
layers,
they supply the feed.
The medicine for the baby chicks.
But the truth is,
regulation is what balances it.
Regulation, because I keep telling people, as being in business, you must have economies of scale, because that is what drives down prices. So what Minett has said, the whole thing about regulation, but I want to say something on the first point you are making. We need to understand that people come to a point from different places. What must become important is, having come to it from different point of view, is at the end of it we must have consensus as how we're going to move forward to fix the problem. That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah, definitely we have to do that. But
yeah, man.
We have to lift up the people intellectually and make them this holding on to religion blindly. It's not going to help us, not going to help us at all.
All right, go ahead. Thank you for your call.
Yeah, but that never helped anybody, and Christ himself spoke against that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, thank you. Yes. I'm glad he called back. I'm concerned he called back. I was still reflecting on the chiding that I got about repackaging. Well, I'm someone who I reflect a lot. So if you say something, and even if you mean it lightly, I try to make sure I understand it properly. So
welcome,
if
caller. How are
correction
you?
has to be taken, it is done.
Yeah. Hello?
Good morning.
Yes, miss. Good morning, miss.
Righteousness?
No, man. I don't have a wrong concept. I'm not attack the man. I'm not attack
all right. Okay, so we understand that. We understand that righteousness.
Yeah, you see my brother in your Raspal, I have to big him up to you now. My brother, man.
Okay.
Yes, I think
one big family.
I think him big you up yesterday as well, because he was explaining to me
that. Him not feel like we talk, him talk, discuss the religion theory, and him the on the next side, and the on the next side. We still are friends.
That's all right. That's important.
So we don't carry malice on them things. Some want to have a wrong concept, because don't even from day one, me tell him to not deal with religion, this one. Don't me say from day one.
True.
So if him didn't understand me and listen to me, then what's religion me I deal with.
Okay.
Because even the church people, them are going to conflict with me too, because some of them will say, me not deal with religion, it will be a conflict. So every church people are going to agree with me like that.
True.
Because some in a division.
Well, it's wonderful that we're all on the same page.
Yeah, all right. A righteousness God wants, nothing less.
Yes.
Because you cannot say without righteousness. In faith, it's the righteousness of the righteousness of the Pharisees.
All right, so righteousness. Have another call. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Long time I don't hear your voice.
Well, I would say the same for you.
But although you don't hear the voice, my present is right in front of you.
And you know I love to talk to you.
Here in oneness. So that energy of life,
yes,
real. So we cannot know without that energy to realize, acknowledge it, identify, bring everything on and live in that oneness. But we realize how the scientists, 3/4 of the world leaders, and all the super rich capitalists, the scientists them made an invention that can draw the energy within space back to Earth and connect to the human brain energy back to the technology of about artificial intelligence. Hello?
Your phone is cutting in and out. Hello?
Hello?
Your phone cutting in and out. I don't know what is happening with your connection. But are you talking about 5G technology and 6G technology?
Hello, that is what. Watch me now.
Yes.
In the work, one robot can do 1,000 people. You see, the person who them lay after who don't take vaccine, they scare them off. But remember, the robot, the change, is still going to do 1,000 people work. So the next 500 days, vaccine. After a period of time,
they will go too.
Yeah.
They will go too. The vaccinated will be next.
Yeah, the problem now, we trick you. Because the owner in a robot right there, so, and set you back in a society to go war and kill one another, to survive, to eat food. That is where you're destroying humanity to a level. And that is the problem, because you're going to get all things to drink distract you from the truth, where you need to be knowing and keep in that proper direction. How we survive as a nation right now with all our go back to society because robots take the robot take less manpower.
I don't know if Darkness can hear us. The call quality is not good. I'm not following all that he's saying, so maybe we need to just end the call and then let him call me back. Yeah. All right. That's regrettable. Do we have another call or is it time for the break? Okay, we'll come back after the break.
We'll be right back.
We're committed to reducing the impact of disasters occurring in Jamaica. We're ever ready to assist you before, during and after a disaster. But everybody have a role to play, so make we work together and follow the plan. Whether rich or poor or where you come from, hurricanes affect everyone, so be prepared. Prevention is better than cure. Be prepared. Listen to ADPEM.
A message from the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management.
The station that makes you feel good.
I love the station. I think it's great.
My station. Moving.
My station.
Moving. Keep it right here. Keep it right here.
Bess FM. Keep listening.
Greetings. Bitter Sugar returns to Bess FM Wednesdays 6 to 8 p.m. Tune in as we put forward Bitter Sugar. Yes, your host, Brother Miguel Lorne, as we ride. This is education, African fundamentalism, purity of the race, self-reliance, repatriation. These are topics we're going to go into. Tune in, Bess FM, as we put forward Bitter Sugar once more.
Isn't it strange how princesses and kings?
Vejan Printers for all your printing needs. We specialize in calendars, flyers, brochures, and more. Call us today at 968-7506. That's 968-7506. Or visit us at 4 East Bloomsbury Road, off Hagley Park Road. Vejan Printers, your best choice in printing.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Good morning and welcome back to the Morning Connection. Please remember the numbers to call: 876-619-1508 and 279-8473. Of course, you got to put your 876 before it. Saddened that we couldn't make, much good of what our brother was saying. He is very kind of futuristic. He's deeply prophetic in how he speaks, and he was reminding us that in time to come we are going to see, I talked about the security of labor and work and how we need to ensure that people can be gainfully employed in your own country. Looking at what was being complained about with the breach of the work permit situation there 7-8 years ago. My focus was on ensuring that when skilled laborers come from another jurisdiction, that transfer of knowledge takes place so that our workforce is the better for it. And of course, understanding that when people buy land and come to do major projects in our country, from we permit them to buy the land, we have to permit them the freedom to develop it and to work it into the standard that they require. And if we don't have workers who can do it, we can't be too bothered by any allowances we give. I think 150 Mexican got work permits when the Moon Palace Resort was being renovated.
Incidentally, the people overall that were employed, I believe, was
a 6-month period.
But hundreds more than that.
Of course, I know their staff complement. Once the thing was completed, I think they have about 2,000 staff
at Moon Palace.
Somewhere in that region, right? So, it did give work to way more persons than the 150 who got the work permit. Here is our brother Darkness now saying to us, in time, labor is going to be replaced. Human hands will be replaced by computers, or even if it's not it's not robots, computerized processes that will make it unnecessary for too much manual labor. And those who are vaccinated and still have job, when they send home the unvax, please just wait your turn.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Coming down the pipe. Welcome, caller.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning to the universe. Be still my nation. I am the vice of all vice within the vice that is right in front of you. Into my spiritual formation of my identity in oneness, not a division. So everything where you talk about and talk and life and experience, life is in oneness with itself. But only one physical and one spiritual. Spiritual mean where pastor is at this moment and where me is and where everybody over the universe is. Surely a oneness. What?
Oneness.
The dark shadow with light identify itself throughout the universe of every living, existent creation of life. So that life can be seen because that life is real.
True.
What I'm saying, the problem now, the scientists and the world, 3/4 the world leaders, them, with super rich capitalists, design to create that invention. And that invention, see, is to capture humanity, soul, and put it in a technology. So like your phone where you have, the phone can talk to you and relate to you. And it's a human voice you get. Only one way you can get that connection is from a human being. By when you're taking the injection goes straight up in your blood vessel and go up in your head. Because up in your head there is an electronic magnetic energy. It works with water and the air where you breathe in. That's how you design unique. So mankind go into that technology and tap in to that technology frequency that can carry one energy from one place to the other place. You understand what I say, Miss Minett?
It sounds like what Elon Musk is talking about in terms of some technology he's talking about.
What, teleportation? What are we? Are we talking about?
Talking about you having connection with your brain without.
When you take the injection,
you say that
the injection is a liquid chip.
Okay, that's what you're contending.
Into your brain, and when you go up into the brain, the heat where up there spread the chip, the liquid, over the brain cells energy, and that energy connect to the universe, to the maker. That's all your connection is, you know.
Yeah, but I'm not following it to the extent that I do know before vaccine, I do know that mankind is connected to the environment, into the universe, to its creator. That is the design, that is the original design. I thought you were saying that, as we know in the way of the world, there's always the imitator who seeks to create an image of what the father designed in order through technology, in order to manipulate it for other ends. So I thought that's what you were talking about. Is that what you're talking about?
Talking about.
All right, then I understand you.
And the radiation what comes from those things, it kills you slowly, and it do have no health for the creation of the maker existence. It's just like me create you, and when me create you, you are war against me. But you say you want. It may not force you, mandate you, dictatorship and things if you come that way. If you have a little money in your bank, you want to try to demand and do certain things until you. That is a corruption way. That is a destruction way. That is a wickedness way. And that is where the creation and that is the scientists and the world leaders, they're not with the maker. They are against the maker.
Yeah, because they are imitators of the original design for the purpose of pursuing their own agenda. So I understand that in the way that fundamentally we know that God creates to give life and the enemy imitates to destroy life.
Yeah, they do as the enemy.
The
so you have to know your enemy and what the man up to, and then when take away your soul. Your soul, no, watch me. everything where you can gain on this earth, where you use vanity, power, where you still have to leave it.
Yeah.
One thing you know leave is your soul, that is your personal connection.
The caller's gone?
Personal connection with you and your maker.
All right, my brother. I hear you.
If you let go that,
I hear you, but
you not going on no more dealings. You have dealings to a computer or a technology. And that's what you go have the dealings with.
All right, I got
them technology.
Darkness. Yes, my brother. I have to go now because I have another call, and the things you talk about could take us all day. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Morning. Yeah.
Good morning, Pastor.
Morning, Raspal.
Yeah, well, you see, if you really chip in away my say, you know, we must really make sense in our feeling.
Yes, I mean, well, as you see, I know what he's talking about. Maybe some people haven't gone to that level, haven't been studying it to that point yet to even understand how it is from the foundation of the earth. That is the yin and yang. That the creator has taken things in one direction and the imitator carry it in the next, in the opposite.
Yeah, you have to understand it. So if you really know, we must say you have to understand it, you know?
Yes, yeah. But you get the impression that I understand him?
Yeah, man.
All right. Okay.
I know you guys understand it,
yeah.
Right.
If you have a big view of the world, you will understand it.
Yeah, and when he speaks, I know that on this program we have sought to interpret it, to bring it so people who hear him can begin to understand that he travels in a very deep state of revelatory knowledge. And
I like about him in reading ability to start to build, you know?
Okay.
Yes, right.
Okay.
That's true. But as Paul, what he's alluding to is what is called Elon Musk said Neuralink hopes to start implanting its brain chips in human in 2022. That's the technology he's talking about.
Well, what I have to say this morning, because you know we don't have much time. The government like they are saying that they want to give people with license gun BC status.
Oh, when was that said? I missed that. You know, one of our callers has been recommending that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people with license gun who have questionable character, you know.
True.
You know, and that would be a very, very, very complicated thing. And to what I see going on now, you can...
So you're saying they announced it or they're discussing it?
They're discussing it. I heard... You know,
okay.
I heard it being discussed with some professor doctor from the United States.
Of course, it would have to be that the person's consent and do some level of training and are embraced by the community, and then you'd have to publish the list of who those persons are. Well, when you think about how that could be accomplished, because at DC can't be a private, you only know same at DC after he shoot somebody and he flash him badge. Anyway, give me your thoughts on it.
And you see, what happened, you know, you can look for anything, you know, from this government.
True.
You know,
because they're desperate enough.
They're desperate, you know what I mean? And that's where they put up the
Parish Council election.
The Parish Council election, right?
What do you think? Good decision or bad decision?
No, it's a bad decision because you have some lame up councillor. Where you want to really get to that long time. You're glad to listen and come up because they have this lame up councillor where not even put in a road. And I'm not putting a drain, I'm not putting certain things done on them things.
Could it work to the benefit of the people if those councillors were put on notice and some level of renewed activity and resources got pumped into the system?
Yeah, because remember I put up last year, you know.
that is come back to the Constitution again.
Yes, yes.
And call an election.
Yes.
This country needs a drawn up. This country needs a very, very good job because look now, you have a lame up country. We now work and now do not want to. And you know, get the chance now for this thing. Him have 1 year now, him have 1 more year. But they're lame up. And it's now work. You understand?
Could I make a suggestion, Ras?
Yeah.
Could we strategically and systematically serve notice on those lame ducks and see if it can work to the benefit of the people where they know we are making a change unless these things are your only hope of returning is when you have performed on these levels. Sometimes you have to take the limes and make some lemonade. Just try squeeze the best that you can out of it.
And you have to look at the good side. It gives more people time to prepare.
That's why I come back to the Constitution, Pastor. Because if the Constitution it says, all right, every 2 years or the time of every 2 years between a term, local government election have to call by law on that date.
Yeah, they probably would use, because if it's the pandemic, they probably can find a way to there has to be room for some emergency procedure in when there is a threat to public health. But I take your point. When we have better rules of the game.
I hear one poor excuse. Hold on.
Yeah.
As I said, them could have been used. I hear one poor excuse talking about school. They have to use the school, them and school just open.
All right, so then creative. Russ, I have another caller waiting. So wrap up for me, please, so I don't miss the value of your contribution.
But it never happened during the pandemic because this spreading of the
virus.
The virus.
Somebody call it the Omicron virus.
Yeah. Oh, Omicron. All right, Russ. We can call us back,
Thanks.
Let's just take another call and continue. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Good morning, Miss.
Good morning, ma'am. Thank you for holding.
Okay, I'm Miss Johnson.
Hello, Miss Johnson. Welcome. First time calling us?
I'll always hear on the radio.
Yes.
And I say I want to try this morning.
Excellent. Welcome.
Welcome. What's your point you have to share with us, Ms. Johnson?
Okay, I hear it on the radio. What is the last name?
Oh, well, mine is Minett Lawrence. And
No, not that.
Oh.
I heard it on the radio this morning.
Oh.
Like they must win, like to win something.
Yes.
Them say, what is the last name? I have to choose a common last name.
Oh,
okay. So you don't want to know the number that we can call them and try.
Oh, we don't know.
So which program is that that game on? Oh Lord, we wish we could help you with that because you're calling for the first time, but I don't know which program that is. But
all right, thank you.
All right, dear. How refreshing. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
What do I have to say to refresh you two people?
Your last name. What is the last name?
My last name.
I'm not putting you under that pressure. It's all right.
Ask the what you call him that take the call?
The engineer.
Yes.
He knows.
Engineer have your last name. Oh, you do this morning?
Not bad. What I call to talk about is the election. I don't think the election should be postponed for 1 year. 6 months.
6 months
is enough.
Shorter time period.
They're running scared. They're running scared.
Then what?
Them running scared. That's why them postponing.
I don't. It could be running scared, or it's money they don't want to spend.
Okay.
So the government should come and talk why. Not the pandemic.
It's not the pandemic.
The pandemic don't have anything to do with not holding an election.
because the general election was in a more dangerous time, pandemic-wise, and that never slowed them down.
Barbados just held one, so I don't see why. And school open, so why? It's a lame excuse.
No, it's a political decision. We know that. It's not a public health decision.
Yeah.
All right.
No government should come and try to tell that blatant lie to people. Huh?
Well, they shouldn't get away with it. Let's see if we're going to let them get away with it.
But how we going to stop them?
No, man, get away with it is to reward them with another victory of any kind. That's how you know when somebody gets away with it.
I don't know when better will come in this country.
In our lifetime, because we're working for it. And every step we make forward means we have left the past behind.
I have a 9-year-old son.
Yes.
He's my washback.
He's not
washback.
Yeah, I'm a washback. At least I make no laugh. Yeah, I'm a washback. I think I last one. I don't think no more left in there play football. Now I'm back to play football. So in my last one, I think.
Would you like it to be otherwise?
I wanted about 15 kids,
How much you got?
3 and 2 half.
Man, you're just warming up.
9 him gone?
3.
3 and 2 half.
2 half kids.
Think
3 of the full blood and 2 not of the full blood.
No, those 3 could be full blood, but I didn't get them until later. I heard that they were my kids.
Yes,
okay, all right.
I just include them in the count. So you have 2/3 of your quota to go. Well, God is very generous to men. Men can keep producing until they decide not to. So,
yeah, and it's top woman at 50. I will.
Well, women are using science now to go all up to 70.
Right. Scientists is doing that, right?
Yes. So if you have the energy for it, it is yours to claim. Anyway, come tell us what you wanted to share with us this morning.
It was the election.
Oh, all right. I bless you and wish you a good morning. We have another caller.
All right. Then.
Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Bless up.
Bless up to you too.
You see, from we have land and water, and have to worry about food,
Mm-hmm.
And when someone sit down and say, them are bring chicken from overseas, is the chicken is of quality that we produce out here? One more thing, too. If things are get so hard, they can't go and raise to come and fall to,
Of course, they make good stew.
Listen to me, them eat better than the machine fall. Everything natural tastes better than when man make.
Machine fall.
You understand me? Them produce egg.
Yeah.
You have egg for eat, you have meat for eat. So people, stop to don't hard. I sweep me just sweep up a man here across the road, me.
Yes.
So yesterday, me and I cut some grass and I wonder for chewing on my compost to eat it up,
Ah.
You understand
there
me?
You go.
So I'm telling people, me don't know people still don't talk about them not working, Because when you go up with that mentality, if you look work, we go up with the same mentality, but family could be me I check life on a next level. Me love listen and watch everybody. So, we jump out of that box there.
Yeah.
You understand me? So, as I say, still
create your own reality.
If you really serious, like for instance now, I X amount of people work a better set. Instead of having the money at some bank where now to go in a profit on it, When you look for a bank and you put the money together and you start about other business.
You understand me?
And probably that bank they're now willing to lend you some more money too.
And you make it bigger and the community
grows.
Listen
to me now, man.
I am of the same heart.
Vision,
Yep.
You say people have vision, me.
And those...
This minute, you don't know me yet,
I'm looking forward to meeting you.
You come for just a talk, Miss Minett. You want work start, Miss Minett.
Okay.
Tell you with this and a solution, I hear me a call. A fire, and I hear me a burn pan. All that,
All right, wait.
All right,
listen.
Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Pastor, I heard about a new disease, a next virus disease, releasing more wicked and terrible. Do you hear about it?
Which one is that? Beyond the Omicron?
Yeah.
Different from COVID?
You mean
I understand
the swine
the scientists they release a next dragon.
Wow.
and to the population to wipe out humanity. That's why I'm overstanding.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yeah, you need to tell us what the name of it is.
What I'm saying to you, you see, you don't understand. I'm saying technology is wiping out humanity. You don't understand?
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Well, if you notice, the world are going to a digital system that take onto technology in such a way where them don't need humanity, less manpower.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do now.
So what we need to do is to prepare your soul, because where the wheat and tears got to come like a rivers of water. So is the judgment time now? So prepare yourself. Which side you want to go? If you want to go on technology side or the natural way of life, and take yourself and live somewhere else where you can get the birds and the bees and the trees of natural nature, or you want to go to radiation, that is technology, you can look on the phone, but that is just a part of the basic connection. The real true connection, the man them are take away your soul from you, from it separated you from you and your creator, that is the maker who made the universe, and put it in a robot. So that is where your value and your life.
Well, what
and your love to your maker.
What I'm happy to hear.
Them limit you.
What I'm happy to hear as you're explaining it is that you realize that we're not powerless against it. That there is a way out for man to be released from the oppression of technology and whatever else that the society can come up with to separate us from our creator. So I thank you for sharing your insight on it. I always
you have that
appreciate
free choice.
Yeah.
If you want to go the technology way or the maker way.
Okay.
That is a free choice.
Yes, that's the free choice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, cool.
I like what he has pointed out, that as in the beginning, so it shall be in the end, in terms of the ability to choose. I know it was it. Yeah, man. So, but that point in terms of you need to choose. Yeah.
And whatever your degree of understanding is, some people go deep into it. I mean, all of the science fiction type realities and man's interference with the natural order of things as he uses technology in whatever direction we want to take it. You still have that choice. And when you strip away all of the levels of innovation, you're back to the same basic of the path of light,
path of darkness.
Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Good morning, Mrs. Lawrence and Pastor. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning, Bailey.
Okay, I wanted to find out if you guys are familiar with the Wilfred Rattigan and her Nelson report, published in, I think, Observer, December 2021.
What was that report about?
It's regarding corruption in Jamaica and the involvement of the high-level officials in that. Like, that report contains names of individuals involved.
Are you serious?
From our leaders.
Oh, naming the corrupt.
You guys are familiar with it in any way?
No. I'm pulling it up now. Share something on it for me.
Actually, I have not gone into it in details yet.
All right, I see it.
Really cause for concern.
I see.
I just heard it on a program last night. Well, in the wee hours of the morning, actually. And I made note of it just to find out if you're aware of it, and that if you are not, if you could just do some research on it in terms of the details, because it's quite troubling.
Yeah, well, I pulled up the story on it. Wilfred Rattigan and Herb Nelson who spent 24 years in the U.S. military. They said, they are quoted here as saying, myself and Special Agent Wilfred Rattigan have done some programs where we speak about corruption, money laundering, and other issues that point directly to certain individuals high up in Parliament, said Nelson. Now we did everything except call names.
Right.
So they didn't call names. But if I can find the report.
I'm going to ask you to research it in the best way you can. You will know a little more than I do in terms of getting around some of the details that's out there. But this is troubling, and this is something I grew up in, hearing my mom saying, if the top muddy, then the bottom has to be muddy. And this is what I believe. In our society, the corruption coming from the top. It's not coming from the bottom filtered up. It's coming from the top filtered down. And until we have the change in the top, the bottom will not be better.
That is true. This morning, former Commissioner Hardley Lewin is quoted as saying that criminality, there's a direct relationship between criminality and corruption.
Yes.
That criminality cannot flourish unless it corrupts those who are set to police it. And you're making the same point.
Yes, several persons have gone through cases of giving in information to our authorities, and then they have to go in hiding. They're talking about murders they have witnessed. I'm sorry, Minett?
No, I'm listening to you.
Okay. Yeah, they're telling stories about murders they have witnessed, not heard about.
Yes.
Being privy to, seeing, and making reports. And then that person gets back the information from the police. And they have to be in hiding.
And the citizen becomes the target.
Because the police are involved in the murder committed.
The minister said that he made the call, and then somebody called him and said, "What you call up the name for?"
Well, I'm gonna see if I can find the report. I don't know if it's a public document.
I think it might be. From what was being said, I think it really should be. And just for the benefit of the caller who asked me to repeat yesterday, I was actually saying that we need to start going. We need to start standing up. We need to stop sitting down. And so we need to come together and fight, because if we don't, God help us. So I am ready to fight. And there are others who have been given their numbers. And I'm asking, are we gonna be named? Are we gonna be like putting a name to our group so we can come together with our phone numbers and come together more effectively
and organize?
Yes, to organize our group, because we cannot sit down anymore. We just can't sit down anymore. And the song that was played yesterday from Vampire, I have a suggestion, and that One Blood, is a good name for us, because that's what we're trying to defend, to let them know, to let our leaders know we cannot have this too long, and the injustice in our country is just appalling.
And that again, we speak as one.
So that's one name I'm volunteering, One Blood, and another one is Argument Done, Fighting Time.
All right,
so I'm asking every well-thinking Jamaican to join and to give suggestions for our name for this group, and to come together and just start our fight, because we can't do it.
I like One Blood.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna take our break now. We've gone past the 9:30 hour. Oh,
I appreciate.
Yeah. So thank you, Bailey, and I hope the listener heard your recap of yesterday's contribution.
We'll be right back.
Looking to clean your vehicle super clean? 123 Clean Car Wash, located at 2 1/4 Osborne Road, Kingston 10. Entrance on Grove Road, below Tropical Battery. They wash and vacuum, undercarriage wash, engine wash, polish and compound, shampoo and detailing. Call them at 876-631-3400. 123 Clean Car Wash, the best in the business for a cleaner wash.
1, 2, 3, believe me, it's so easy. 1, 2, 3.
The station that makes you feel good.
I love the station. I think it's great.
My station.
Moving.
My station.
Moving. Keep it right here. Keep it right here.
Bess FM, keep listening.
Hello there. Yes, indeed. This is the prophet, Reverend Mark Stewart, inviting each and every one of you to join us for war. It's gonna be a war this and every Wednesday. Of course, it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be powerful. Come for the word. Come for the preaching. Come for the teaching. Of course, the music. And of course, midnight warfare prayer with me, the prophet Mark Stewart, the boss shot, Apostle Marshall, Reverend Eric Box, and of course, Reverend Cathy and Thames. For the hard way. Join us every Wednesday night from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Come and join us, will you? Sponsored by all our partners, our friends of the ministry. Will you join us? Yes, indeed. It's going to be powerful. This and every Wednesday, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. We're going to lick it till the bus gone. We're going to lick it till the bus gone. We go.
Veg Printers for all your printing needs. We specialize in calendars, flyers, brochures, and more. Call us today at 968-7506. That's 968-7506. Or visit us at 4 East Bloomsbury Road, off Haggard Park Road. Veg Printers, your best choice in printing.
It's good, it's better, but nothing beats.
Good morning and welcome back. We have a caller on the line, yes? Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Good morning again, Mr.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah, I think the last caller, I have a aim on what she's talking about. But, we could give, like our caller, we could give the name Morning Connection family. What we should do, I think we should take all the numbers because we have to step up our thing. Take all the numbers of our caller and stuff like that, and get our thing together. I think what you're talking about is mostly on social media, on YouTube. You have a guy named Wayne Lonesome. If you punch in Wayne Lonesome, you get a lot of information on what is going on. You have some breakaway from people from this government who talking a lot.
Yes, I've seen a few of the interviews.
Yeah, and you have a next guy named Footer Hype. People must just use up them phone and they will know what is going on,
Yeah.
On social media, because there have no people not using them phone the way they're supposed to use it.
Well, I'm gonna speak with her. We are gonna do a show when we talk about how to set up, how to get your organization going. And then I'm gonna speak with her and see if we can organize something on Zoom for a group or just something separate off air, so we can deepen the discussion. So she's locked and loaded. We don't want to lose the opportunity, and others are interested. That is for sure.
People remember just punching Wayne Lonesome.
Yeah, and there's another guy too, Perkins.
Yeah, and you have
Stafford Perkins.
A next one named Footer Hype.
Yeah.
All
right, so
there's a lot of people.
Off air, we'll have our conversations, and we know the people who are interested. And
but just our people, who want to get our people together, like we have a WhatsApp group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where I just asked our producer to.
That means to say, if somebody threaten one of our family, family.
Yes.
We can know
how to respond and take action. I'm with you, brother. Especially with some of the things we're doing. We're doing the some of the reform things that we're pursuing and the kind of level of activism, I know that it's real. It's not just a talk shop.
It's real because nothing changed, without a revolution, When it's a revolution, I mean war.
You mean change? So you're right. It don't change without a change in things. Yeah, so we gotta take it on. All right, I have another caller. Let me deal with that one.
Yeah,
bless. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Morning
to you.
Yeah, man. Percy.
Good morning, sir.
How are you, man?
I am good,
I have something to ask you because sometimes me have some argument which way me no endorse it.
Which one is that?
What the Prime Minister said the other day? You endorse it?
What did he say?
When he said, look here, a whole lot of money spent on a whole make me talk it raga. A whole lot of money spent on the vaccine and the vaccine and the people and they take it and they have to throw it away.
Mm-hmm.
And this disease is a dangerous disease, and when you check it out, it's dispersed a whole lot. And directly when we check it out, we know that it's causing the country because the hospital full up and And when we check it out, some people come in and I said, well, boy, when he said argument done, they said him shouldn't say that. Now, what do you have to say, Percy? Did you endorse what he said about it?
In terms of argument done, to me, him say,
yeah.
I'm having no further discussion. That's what it means to me.
Yeah,
and he has a right to say that. But you see, let me tell you, so me have to qualify what me says. He's saying I'm not having any further discussion about it. But the way that they started this whole thing was wrong in terms of how they have dealt with it. And so when him say argument done, him feel very frustrated. And the frustration, to my mind, is what he has brought on himself in terms of their policy and how they have implemented it. That's why I'm saying, boy, him throw up him hands in the air. Oh. So it is. That's what I'm saying now.
Percy, when you really check it out, a whole lot of people don't want to take it.
And why is that?
When a party keep with a whole lot of people there, you know what take place. And people have seen that for themselves. And he's doing his best because everywhere you go, you see you can't get your vaccine and you don't want to take it. No, you wouldn't get frustrated about that.
You get frustrated, but the frustration is because of how you started it. Did you read it?
No, but me not say anything wrong with it.
The Prime Minister,
he's doing his best.
My friend Sheppy, I love you dearly, and I love the fact that you step up and you support your Prime Minister, regardless of what he says or how he says it.
No, me different what is right, baby.
Yeah,
me different what
so
is
you
right.
think it is right that the Prime Minister of a country can get frustrated and say argument done? Does he stop being Prime Minister when he said that?
Because the people, you can't see the disease that is purge. And when you check it out, say the people don't want to take it, and you hear say, boy, look after this, you hear say the hospital or this.
Listen, he does not have the luxury to say argument done and stop a discussion because at the very least he continues to be responsible for the well-being of those who support him. Say him not care about ones who didn't support him. Even those who support him still deserve his attention.
Let him hear.
Well, I'm glad you heard it. All right, Sheppy, I gotta go. I have another caller.
Yeah, okay.
Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Oh my God.
It's you.
Good morning, sir. But before you open up, you see, one of the things that has happened, the way that they have started, the way that they have run this whole thing, it has not engendered trust in the people. If you start with a trust deficit, that is what has happened, People don't trust you. So that is why you get what you get. If you're sold.
Can I hear from this caller who is new on the line?
Do not deceive what a man. So you say, God is not back. Yes,
my brother, what's on your mind this morning?
I won't say anything too twisted. All I'm saying is that, did you watch the Chambers? That Wayne Lumsden and Chambers. They had part one. I want to see.
Oh, Andre.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, not Andre.
No, Andre Chambers. Oh, Stephen's him name.
Me
okay.
mean Chambers.
Which Chambers?
The guy was the preacher man.
Pastor man. And
Pastor
you did give Pastor that assignment, and you found it?
Yeah.
Please, watch it. Just watch it.
All right. Pastor found it. I will watch it after the break.
I do have nothing more to say.
Well, we still welcome you on the program. I have another caller then, since you don't have nothing to say. Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Good morning. And how is the beloved duo this morning?
I prefer a beloved duo.
The duo. and good morning to all the callers too.
Yes.
Yes, I haven't called in a while because I've been busy with another project. And I was listening this morning for the first time I've had a chance to listen. And I heard two callers in a row talking about forming a group.
Mm-hmm.
Because we need to unite and we need to get our act together if we're going to bring about change. And somebody even mentioned some names that they would like to use on the group. But I am asking, haven't these people heard about the third political party that's already registered and that's already on the ground and that's already campaigning and is promoting all of the things that they were talking about? So why not take sides with them? And because they're looking for representatives now. So instead of using your energy to go create another party, why don't you join with them and become a councillor candidate?
Not a party.
Huh?
It's not a party.
It's a movement. It's a movement, but it's registered as a political party. But it's called the UIC,
right?
Jamaica, which is United Independence Congress.
No, what I'm saying is that
our thing is not a party.
What is being proposed is not a party. It is for those of like mind who are desiring to do things, to stay in contact with each other and be a family in the trenches. But because you haven't been listening, you've not heard that everybody who has a desire to see political change from the existing two have been asking and are very interested in the UIC. So we really are waiting to see them hit the stage and present their candidates, and people are very interested on the political side.
So you're saying that is just kind of a subgroup to the bigger group, because the subgroup is just kind of to offer local support.
It's not a political, right? We're not, while we don't have political ambitions, but we are citizens who want to do something active in promoting the change that we desire. So naturally, a political party has its role to play, but citizens getting together in different shapes and form is very much something that we need to do.
We're pushing for.
Yeah.
But for change to occur, wouldn't you have to be part of the government to do that?
No. Only a limited set of people can be part of the
legislation.
government.
How are we going to get a constitutional change then? How are we going to get rid of the colonial masters and all of those issues that are preventing us from doing what we need to do?
Yeah. How we vote is a big part of it. The level of activism that we engage in.
So the group do vote. The group does vote. It's just that you're. I thought you were saying it's not political. So I'm saying, well, how would we get change if we don't have a representative in the government who is on our side to bring about the changes we want?
We're looking to choose the people that we want to see in government and hold them accountable to do the work that ought to be done.
So what I would suggest in closing is that the people that are fed up like myself and want change, I would encourage you to go on the UIC website, because they want to have a representative in every constituency, and they really do need the numbers. So go on it and volunteer your efforts. I have already done that, and I am a candidate for the Southeast St. Elizabeth, and I will be starting my campaign very soon.
Congratulations, and we hope that when you start and you're ready, you will be on this program with us, taking us through what you're doing, and we can be a part of it.
I can't wait. Absolutely.
Right.
We have to do it. This change is occurring fast, and we don't want them.
We don't
do something to stop them, we're going to be in trouble. Just like all your callers have been saying.
All right, my dear.
And this is the only hope that we have right now. I don't see any other hope.
Okay.
Well,
for us out of it.
Hope thou in God.
But continue with your group, because if we can have small community representatives, then it make the work easier, because we're already amassing people. We're bringing people together. So it's important that we do it from all different angles. So let these people know that we're serious.
All right, my dear.
No?
Congratulations.
All right, you
and
have a
best of
blessed
luck.
day. Thank you.
Too. Thanks. Goodbye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Connection.
Good morning again. Good morning again. With the last caller.
Yes.
We have to protect ourselves, first, Our group is our group. Our group is our morning group. So it's not that say I'm gonna vindicate for change or whatever.
Yes.
But we have to get our group together.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Our morning group. Our morning family.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that I want to let the caller know. It's not that because everybody needs change.
But even out of the morning group, you might see some people offer themselves a political office, and we're not going to lick them for that. That's the truth.
Yeah.
But we are talking about mobilizing grassroots people, taking responsibility for their lives, doing things in their family, their communities,
and in their
in their neck of the woods in terms of real change.
You know, for instance, I drove in down Spanish Town Road the other day, and I was get stopped. And a policeman can tell me, say, in listening this program every morning and in ear me on it.
Yes.
He just by me talking,
he recognized your voice.
You understand? So what we have to do, we have to protect each other.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So we need the family. That means if you hear Raspal one time, flag wild. You can investigate, or you have Raspal number. You understand?
True. And or if I hear Raspal's philosophy being misrepresented somewhere, I can say no, not that man. You got the wrong man.
But so I really appreciate the lady who called a while ago.
Yes.
So she what? She represented.
She'll in Saint Elizabeth. Saint Elizabeth.
Yeah.
She's one of the candidates. So
both family come first. The morning family.
All right.
All right.
All right.
One blood.
Okay, bless you.
All right, thank you. Are we at that point?
Yeah, wow. What a morning it has been.
I tell you.
But that scripture, be
not deceived.
Be not deceived. Whatever
God is not mocked.
Yeah, whatever man sow, he's gonna reap it.
Yes, we're wrapping up.
Yes.
But the pastor drop his voice. You don't know pastor wrapping up voice.
Yo, about be not deceived. I'm right in front of the mic. Yes.
Well,
I probably
you tell
need to
that to the mic.
Yes. Okay, Mike, will you listen to what I'm saying, Mike? I am speaking loud enough for you.
Amplify.
Be not deceived. Be not deceived. Whatever man. So God is not mocked. God is not mocked. God is watching. God is seeing. We have to step up as the callers have been saying, and I believe you asked a question at the beginning of the show, Madam Minett, as you are prone to be called by a regular caller. Have we seen change? Have we turned January not into tamarind but into a place of flourishing and thriving?
Mango season.
And mango season, flourishing season. But have a good day. Of the day.
Well, let me just thank all the people who have weighed in on the issues this morning. Wednesday morning is a special morning. It's not only in the middle of the week, but it's also the morning when we go into some heavy spiritual matters. And always you see the response to it in one form or another. This morning we've seen the response. I will say no more on that. But thank you, those online, those who have been on radio, the callers who make the diversity of the conversation real. It's one thing for Pastor and myself to sit and exchange ideas, but we get to test them and to hear how you are feeling about what's happening on the larger stage. Please stay safe, be on your guard. This is a time when many deceptive moves are being made, and you are being called upon to analyze and to assess and make decisions. Remember where your strength lies, and as Pastor said, be not deceived. Thank you, producer, engineer, and Pastor Percy. Thank you very much. Tomorrow morning we are live at the Ligani Club, where, as always, we are hosted by JD's Urban Pub and the Ligani Club family itself, and Carmen's Collection and Furniture Land give us their support in a way that remains fantastic and amazing to yours truly. Have a blessed day. Is there anything I've left out, producer?
And who knows?
All right.
Who might join us tomorrow? We never know.